The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very...
Time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
Osimhen. Looking for a runner. And they're quick to get it back. Thinks about the shot. Köpçü. Camavinga picks it up now.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Not the most convincing of passes. That's the throw. And he's managed to get free. Now here's Osimhen! No, not the best of headers.
Osimhen clearly was a little selfish there, but I don't think it was a bad attempt.
And he's been shifted off it. And it's Neymar. Serginho in acres of space out wide. Terrific header! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Messi. It's Rooney! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Messi plays it short. And here's Messi. Played into the box. Climbs up big! It's in! Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So, a breakthrough already. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Passing is crisp and sharp. Could be danger here. Oh, easy pickings there. De Bruyne. Osimhen! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Osimhen deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Decent shot! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Can he get it through? Oh, important interception. Now, can they get him away? Mbappe looking to get on the end of this. The muscular approach does pay off here.
Santos are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
He's through here, and the flag has stayed down. Owen with the delivery. And he's made sure that's not getting through. De Bruyne. And he has been fouled there. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. That's an imaginative pass.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
It'll be a throw-in. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. That's really well cleared. Well, that is one way to stop him. Neymar looking to run onto it. Oh, that's fabulous. Plays it across. Neymar with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
And this is Messi. It's a pretty loose pass.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Now it's Messi. Osimhen. And that was very necessary. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Good played through for the wide man. And no, that was never going to make it. Back into the middle. Here comes the cross. Danger averted for now. Now, what about a counter-attack? Tries to pass it through. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, I suppose the other choice, Peter, would have been to let your opponent score, so he had no other option.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Kukchu. Coming on the field is number 3, William Saliba.
Hakimi, Mbappe. Not the most accurate pass. Saliba. And that pass just didn't quite work. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Neymar. Hakimi goes sliding in. Nice looking ball. No, that's been intercepted. Over to the left. Pass is just off target. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And the action is back on the way.
Santos can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Serginho. Doué is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Donnarumma can get it clear. And he's there to retrieve it.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
And the keeper gets his hands on it. Messi.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Havertz. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, he's onto this. Mbappe stood his ground strongly. Elects to cross. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Santos can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And it's Neymar. Some resolute defending there. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. The less said about that pass, the better. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
The attendance for this match was 29,950.
60 minutes played. Hakimi. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Now, Ruben Diaz. Hakimi. That is ended up in no man's land. And it's Chiellini. Doué. There's the shot! And he's straight offside.
Santos really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And he was quick to react. De Bruyne. Owen being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force from...
Foul right on the edge of the box. It could go either way here. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Santos with this to level it up. Brilliant save from Donnarumma. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Goal kick. No, I stand corrected. It's a corner.
Substitution.
Santos making another change here. Ribery! Oh, there's a probing ball. Santos have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. And he's heaved it away.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
That ball looks a good one. Look at the great chance! Mbappe! Irrepressible! A finish of true class! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line.
The goal scorer.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe. Substitution on the field. Number 20, Messi. Number 9, Mbappe.
So, time for changes
Number
on
7,
both sides, actually.
Rooney.
So that's two now without reply.
Number 25,
Yeah, I can't think of a better
Here's
time,
your
Peter, to
goal.
get that two-goal
Number
cushion.
5,
That, for me, should be decisive.
Number 15, Rafinha. Substitution in progress.
De Bruyne. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. And the shot! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
He'll be annoyed with himself after that. Nothing wrong with his anticipation or his positioning.
Pass somewhat off target. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Always onto this. Face to... And the finish! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Oh, he's found support out wide. He is through here. He slings it in. And that's gone route one. Now it's Rafael Leao. Just the goalkeeper to beat. He's in a great position here. And he decides to cross it. Chiellini is onto it in a flash. Serginho. That has not gone well. And that should get the job done. Rafinha tries to play it through. Ball quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Picked out brilliantly. Saliba with the slide tackle there. Messi. It's a searching pass. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. So we're up and running. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to...
And a chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Kaka is offering a wry smile there. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Chiellini is there and he can get that clear. Cross goes in there. Defending of the desperate variety. And it's Rijkaard. Here's a chance! Oh, that is very close.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Looking to play him in. Good read, needed to be. Played with speed from back to front. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Shot a goal! He's delivered all right!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
And the shot! Sticks it away! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an...
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Santos grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff. Decent attempt that, just a little mistimed.
And he's gone looking for safety. Wriggles his way through. Can he get it through? He's having a shot! It's run loose, who's going to get? And Ribéry! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished. That's going in strongly.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Tries to pass it through. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, played through for the wide man, and he's managed to get free. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Vinicius Junior.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And that has left him in a heap. And that's a good ball. Havertz, he shifted it to the flank. And he cuts out the supply. That's a sharp pass. Chiellini gets over and intercepts. And he's managed to get rid. Shevchenko. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Cleared without complication. And it's Amadou Onana. Rijkaard. Vinicius Junior. Can he finish? Goal! Barcelona! Into the lead once more. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Barcelona get themselves into the lead. And it's Doué. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
It's a pretty loose pass. Kaka can so cleverly bypass the press. And there is the half-time whistle. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Santos really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow.
Big header! Owen is flagged offside. Havertz. Owen goes for a shot! He has done it! Again, we are level! What a contest!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Pinches it off him. Little doubt, that is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. And this is Shevchenko, and he's got the beating of his man. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And it's Kaka. And he was quick to react.
Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Neymar gets into some space. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
And here's Shevchenko! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Havertz. Alexander-Arnold. Spread it left. Knocks it into space. Big chance! Superb from Doué! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
So,
20.
time for changes on both sides, actually.
El dorsal 9.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
El dorsal 18.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue, and they'll get clinical.
Kane is herring after that one. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Wilshere. Muscular approach does pay off here. And it's Ribéry. Not the most accurate pass. Mbappe. Plays a sharp little ball here. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Foden.
Santos clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Camavinga has given away. There's a quick free kick. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Rijkaard. Wilshere. And that has been clubbed away. It's a good spell of possession, this. And that is expertly dealt with. Spread out to the left. Serginho. Spread neatly. He has found the way through. Now that's a fine challenge. Now that looks a decent ball. Pass somewhat off target.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Santos, moments now away from seeing this one out. Played out to the right.
3 minutos de descuento.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Neymar. Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. Now, can they get him away? That has not gone well. Kane. He's cut it out. Onana. Now it's Batistuta. Chiellini trying to... So that's it. It is all over. Santos have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then.
I'm sitting here wondering, Peter, what Roberto Donadoni's main role is going to be. One of Italy's greatest ever wingers. He can run and beat defenders. We've seen that all so often. And he can get from box to box if needed.
Yeah, well, he does have an extraordinary work rate and extraordinary energy levels too.
Yeah, and he's got the intelligence to strike the perfect balance between the two.
He's a sharp little ball here. Pedri promptly onto that, and that is that. Some good work on the right flank here. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Tries a shot! Now it's Neymar. Mbappe. And he cuts out the supply. He's looking wide. It's a pretty loose pass. And he's gone direct here. Out towards the flank. Serginho gets into a good position. And that is out of play. Looking for the run, and that's aimed into the middle, skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. And here's Ribery, and it's Alexander-Arnold. Oh, it's come loose, and this is Ribery. Van Dijk plays it forward. Santos, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. He's picked his way through. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Played into space out wide. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And he's going to have his name taken. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here.
Substitution on the field, number 9, Donadoni. Coming on to replace him is number 22, Anthony.
Pedri. That's an imaginative pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers... Can he finish? Not the most accurate pass. Early ball out from the back. Mbappe! Oh, just chance for a shot! And he's quick to get it clear again. Saliba gets good distance on it.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Alexander-Arnold. Anthony looks to get on the end of this. And smartly reclaimed. Due. Well, that has not gone well. And there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. He's away. Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Five minutes till the break. This looks promising. That's tidy. And he's having a shot! Same again, same outcome.
India really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Though quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Neymar. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence.
There will be 1 minute added time.
To Anthony. Chiellini. And we've reached half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0.
Information provided by the local police.
And we're underway again. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Ribery picks it up out wide. Tries to pass it through. Oh, perfectly measured that. Serginho gets it away. India are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Azar. And he's intervened well there. Now it's Azar. And it's made its way to him. He's got away.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And he's gone searching cross-field. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face. Up he goes! Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Substitution on the field. Number 14.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Number 5, Hazard. Coming on the
They've
field.
been denied a chance to develop
6,
any rhythm in the passing department.
There's the clearance.
20, Vinicius Junior. Substitution in
He's
progress.
found a way through. Plenty to... Oh, shooting chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And again. He has done it!
Well, winning the ball back that high up the pitch obviously reduces the distance from goal, and it was his pressure that forced the mistake.
The goal scorer for Santos.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
Number 18,
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Kane. Substitution.
A couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Santos are in front now, the game's only goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And they've got a throw. And that's definitely not his best. And that is as far as they're going to go.
Well, it was a really good thing he was on standby. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. And he's running through. Mbappe shot a goal! Really well taken goal. And this is getting better and better. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ribéry. Ribéry will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. That's very neat. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
In by Saka. Defending was strong. Chance, surely! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, judging by his reaction, he clearly feels he should have made more of it, but he's looking very much like the big threat at the moment. India seem happy to bash their heads against the brick wall, Peter. That central route forward is just a no-go zone.
Saka! Saka! And that would have been game, set and match. Van Dijk is there and he can pick it up. Played out towards the right wing. And a chance! Oh, crossbar!
Vinicius Junior
in acres of space out wide. It's a throw-in.
Substitution on the field, number 18, Mbappe. Coming on the field is number 27, Bayern.
And he's there to belt it away. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Saliba calmly anticipates. Looking for a runner.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Mbappe is in a really good position out wide. That is good alertness. 4 extra minutes added on. Bojan just eases him off the ball. And he's gone looking for safety. Bojan Kurkic charging forward, the ball at his feet. And that is that. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. Kane claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Special lottery.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The back, Jim, it does feel fairly defensively oriented, this formation.
Well, you could say it's a lineup that's all about creating positive transitions. The lack of width in midfield with just three in there makes the role of the fullbacks more crucial, or wing-backs. You have to have them constantly push up, forcing opposition players back and giving your team a little more freedom.
Easier said than done.
That's right, but it does work very well, provided you have the right players to pull it off.
It's a promising position. He has found the way through. Chance! Could be danger here, and another try! They've scored! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And he was alert to it. Simeone, who's on a run down the left wing. Oh, that's fabulous. An instinctive delivery. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Spread it left. That'll be a throw. Davids. Lobotka. Not the most accurate pass.
Santos are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And he was quick to react. Davids. Had a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And that has left him in a heap. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Cucurella. Now it's Simeone. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Nice control. Davids gets into some space. Lovely bit of skill. Alexander-Arnold did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he's managed to get rid. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Davids. Passing is crisp and sharp. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And he's picked it up out wide. Chiellini eases the ball away from him. And we have our very first corner. Chiellini attempts a clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Cucurella. Lobotka. Alexander-Arnold cuts it out. And he's gone searching crossfield. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Could try cutting inside here. He's found the way through. And here comes the corner. It's their second corner of the game. Chiellini getting this one clear. Strong challenge, that could leave a mark. Davids. Konate. He's in space and looking for options. Up he goes! Oh, crucial block! Alexander-Arnold getting this one clear. Looking to play him in. And he whips, he rises! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Can he get on the end of this? Played towards the other side. Some resolute defending there. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. It's a pretty loose pass. Out to the left it goes. Koundé.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Baresi. Lobotka. And it's Cucurella.
You can never be short of...
And the first 45 minutes are up. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked. And
So off we go once more.
well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And here's Neymar. Ball swung in. Cleared without hesitation.
Santos clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Well, that pass isn't the best. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. The message is clear, none shall pass. Distributed tidily. Cucurella gets a foot in here. Strong running down that left flank. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. Ribéry gets his final warning.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
And that's gone loose. Swung over.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
That's a shade optimistic. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run, and chance, surely!
Keeper has taken decisive action. Takes aim and crosses. Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Corner number 2 then. And that has been cleared. Pedri.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Played out to the right.
There they go, hunting again.
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul.
Changement.
Saliba has been sent off for that incident. The referee showed no hesitation in getting out a straight red card. Couple of changes then in quick succession. Corner number 3 coming up. Soboslai plays it short. Very nicely done. And he's in on goal. He's Shifetti! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And it's hoisted clear. Real chance! He's got it all! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Yeah, the goal was really well worked. Look, the game is a constant search for space, and he found the pocket.
So that's 2 now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
That's a throw. "75 minutes played. Lobotka will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Wow, look who's involved.
And it's Petit. And that has left him in a heap. Neymar does well to get it back. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. That has ended up in no man's land. Lobotka. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Chiellini with the foul. Simeone puts his foot on the gas. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Baresi kept his eye on it, and he's there.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Santos can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Alexander-Arnold. Serginho. Doué chasing after it. Pass somewhat off target. Palmer is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Il y aura 4 minutes de temps additionnel.
Chance for a shot! It's in! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Santos give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
Koundé with a definite foul there. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Changement en cours.
And it's Serginho. And that is that. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And that gets things running. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn...
Goal! Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Inter Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Olise, he's picked his way through. Oh, look at the space. Takes a shot! It's there! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through. And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, the opening day of any competition is special for everyone. A red letter day for everybody here and those of you who have joined us for our live coverage. I hope everybody is comfortably strapped in for the ride. We're sure that this will be a feast of football, irresistible, emotional, a roller coaster for everyone involved. The Urbano Caldera, it really is a wonderful place to be. A ground graced by some of the... He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And he's forced to go back. Semenyo. Now it's Haaland. It's a promising position. That's good play. Now the cross. And that is expertly dealt with. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, over the years I've seen some great defensive leaders, and this guy, Ruben Dias, lives up to all of that, especially the way he just dictates where he wants his teammates to be positioned. Just always seems to have that picture, and when it comes to passing, he pretty much just leaves that to everyone else.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. It's a really well-measured ball. It's a good run down the right. Oh, good take in a good area. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Now it's Hazard. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Bernardo Silva, still goalless at the moment. Rodri, out to the right. Now it's Nunez, and that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Black gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Santos are looking to go forward now. Looking for the run. That's a nicely shaped ball. And the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nouri. Haaland. Can he get it through? And this is Messi. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Played into space. And he's just misjudged that one. O'Reilly with the clearance. Tries to play it through. Vardiol is in a really good position out wide. Hazard looking to run onto it. Just eases him off the ball. Matheus Nunes. Gehi. O'Reilly. Marmoush. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now, can they get him away?
That's positional gold. The utilisation of space.
Oh, can he finish? Well, now it's a race. Has a shot! It's hit the upright. Can he finish? Now that is commitment to the cause. Bernardo Silva with the short one. And he can clear it away. Semenyo. Haaland, a header! Cleared away. Alexander-Arnold. Bernardo Silva. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Palmer.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
That has been knocked clear.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Bernardo Silva. And the half-time whistle goes. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. So off we go once more. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Owen chasing after it. And it's Bernardo Silva. Stood up well to him there. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Palmer, delicate ball, and it needs to be. Chance! outsmarting him this time. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Hazard. Owen. Tries a shot! Goal!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Great vision. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Alexander-Arnold receives it in a good position here. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Santos clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He's in a great position here.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now it's Haaland. Owen being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, he's profited handsomely already in this match, and at last their sense of danger has brought them to a possible solution.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Bernardo Silva. Semenyo. And they win it back again. Now it's Hazard. Pedri. Out to the left it goes. And this is Hazard. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Rodri. Santos are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. 1-0 the score. Pedri. Alexander-Arnold. That pass isn't the best. And it's Bernardo Silva. Semenyo. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vardiol. And it's Pedri. Played out to the right. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Could move up a gear here. Santos still ahead by the game's only goal. Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Very much into the last knockings. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half.
Bernardo Silva. This is Owen. Messi. O'Reilly was in no mood for any of that. Good ball, good take. And this is Bernardo Silva. And that is that. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Owen picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Yeah, it was never a match that was going to blow us all away, Peter, but I felt the team did a lot right, especially that well-timed goal.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.